after Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, the MCU is going to change.
Yeah.
And it seems like what they're going to do to change this, in my opinion, is extremely smart. And that's finally being able to use the X-Men to anchor the stories and have it really say something when it comes to the mutant saga. And what better way to do that than start introducing some of these X-Men characters in some of the movies that are coming out. And as it's being rumored, it seems like Sadie Sink is going to be playing Jean Grey. And this has now been kind of exacerbated by the report coming out that Sadie Sink has signed a 5-picture deal with Marvel that includes TV appearances as well. This comes to us from Superhero Hype. They say Sadie Sink is all set to make her MCU debut in Spider-Man Brand New Day, hitting theaters this summer. While her role in the highly anticipated movie remains a closely guarded secret, rumors point to her possibly playing X-Men mutant and telepath Jean Grey. And now a report has surfaced suggesting that the actress has a big future in the MCU. My Time to Shine Hello shared on X that Sadie Sink has signed on to appear in 5 MCU movies. They also said that the Stranger Things alums deal with Marvel includes the option to appear in television shows. Sink's next MCU appearance after Spider-Man Brand New Day is reportedly Avengers Secret Wars. So it seems like we are getting a lot of Sadie Sink and possibly Jean Grey coming up. I wanted to ask you, Megan, what do you think about Sadie Sink, Stranger Things alumni, as they say, playing Jean Grey? And what do you think about using her to kind of shepherd in this new era of the X-Men and the MCU, starting with her appearing in Spider-Man?
I love Sadie Sink. I will watch her in anything. I think she is brilliant. I think she is one of the most talented actors currently, and like of that younger generation. So like I'm thrilled. I'm curious. I am.
Is there a butt coming? I was
no, there's no butt. Like I don't know. It's so early on to say that. Like I can fully imagine. I think that she will do an amazing job. I am very curious, especially because we have seen like various iterations of Jean Grey previously. I think that's the thing that I'm sort of interested in, is to see how like this will be different from the like X-Men Apocalypse, right? Like how will this, and Sophie Turner, that's who it was who did Jean Grey.
I hope it's different.
Well, but like I mean I enjoyed it. I thought it was fine. I enjoyed her. I was like, I think that she got a lot of like,
yeah, I enjoyed her.
I think she got a lot of negative reviews in a way that I was like, that should not be the case. I think
the writing.
I think she did. I think she did a very like. Yeah. I think she did as good a job as like she was going to be able to do with that. And so, I am curious to see the like. We did this version of Jean, and like or like OG X-Men, like we did this version of Jean. So
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that. It's like Sadie's amazing, that like she will do whatever, like she will do such an amazing job with the role of Jean Grey. So I'm more so just like, what version of this are you gonna do? Like what kind of aspect of this? But the fact that like they're going all in on Sadie, like one, I think is very smart, as they absolutely should.
Yeah.
And two, very much implies that she is definitely a big storyline coming up. Do you know what I mean?
100%. No, if they're well, I think it signals a lot of things. One, you should always lock up talent, because if you don't and it gets really big, Tony Stark's going to demand $100 million of film, and you're going to be like, we can't pay anyone else now. So it's very smart. Lock her up in the beginning. We know she can act. She came into Stranger Things, which is not easy, because she came in the second season after the show had already blown up. The kids are already established in their relationships, And it's not easy to fall in love with a new character when you already have the originals.
Yeah.
But the way that Sadie Sink came into Stranger Things, it was seamless. You fell in love with the character right away. It felt natural integration with her and the other characters. And that's not an easy thing to do. And I really think it speaks to just how good of an actress Sadie Sink is. And she was young when that happened. And so she's only been getting better. I mean, with The Whale, that role is not an easy thing to do. It won Brendan Fraser Oscar, but she was incredible in it and stood toe to toe with an actor who I think is, underrated within 100%. Brendan Fraser, but also has been doing it for like many, many years. So I think they got someone that really can be a focal point of introducing the X-Men. So I just think it was really smart to use her.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. There's definitely some smart choices being made. So I am like, I am tentatively excited. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I'm excited for her. I'll watch anything.
It's a Leo meme, it's like from Django Unchained, like, you piqued my curiosity. Now you have my attention or whatever.
Truly, I was like, I don't know that I'm going to be interested in anything now that I got my Fantastic Four movie, like whatever. And then like that comes up and it's like,
no.
And
I
think that I'm out. They're pulling me back in.
I love that you mentioned Fantastic Four, because if that is an indicator as well, as we can see, the approach that they use with the new Fantastic Four is very comic book heavy, comic book accurate, and really trying to get to the core of what those characters embodied from the comics. And so it seems like this is the way they're trying to go with X-Men, which is extremely important to the overall tapestry of Marvel in general, comics, movies, TV. This is extremely important to get right and get it right now. And I think using Sadie Sink also signals that they're going younger with the cast, because they want us to be with these X-Men and grow with them for the next 10 plus years. And that is a great sign, because with the others, we didn't get that. We had the older ones, and then Fox had different plans and went the younger 60s route, and then they try to combine the two together and make Days of Future Past, which was absolutely fantastic, but it wasn't like a congruent thing that they planned out.
I
feel like, this has a plan. You know what I mean?
This definitely has a plan. They're also just like a thing that I think sometimes people miss a lot with X-Men is that it's very YA focused. Like the sort of point and purpose of it is to like, is a representation of representation.
It's very white focused. You said white.
No, well, I guess, but like it's.
I was like, I don't disagree with that.
I don't think that's not really what I was getting at. I don't actually think that like it actually does a lot of really good attempt at representation. YA is what I was saying. Is that
it is, yes.
It's very like
so it's soapy too. It's supposed to be
soapy. Like this is the thing. This is what I miss about like a lot of like when I was reading comics.
Back in the day.
Back in my day. But like I think that there is something that is very easy to forget, is that the joy for some of it is just the soapy goodness, is that like this is good too, and this is a valid piece of things, as well as that like these are teens being teens who also have powers, and that's insane. Like, can you imagine when you were a teenager and like think back to all of the everything with being a teenager, and then you get powers that you don't know how to handle? No,
I know. It's like you're going through regular teenage stuff. You're going through mutant teenage stuff, and you're trying to find your place in a world that doesn't accept mutants. It's like all these things happening at once when you're so young, you don't know how to navigate this world.
And it's why actually I think that like X-Men it's not so much that it's white focus, it's that it's very representation focused, it's very representation forward, and like the 100%. Recognizing the like the struggles within that, and the struggles within the like
I misheard you.
No. I was very confused when you were pressing on it, and I was like, I I don't know that I think that. But it it was so, I think, crucial and important to show the like that struggle. Like it was a massive like
Yeah.
queer representation story for a lot of people, of that like when you don't feel like you fit into your
100%.
skin, you
Mm-hmm.
and you still like you still have to exist and people don't like you for it. And that, I think, is so, if you do not do that aspect of it, you are missing an
The whole
important
point.
piece of the important piece of the inspiration, right? Like working in adaptation, a thing that I always really love and always try and endeavor to do is think about like, what was the inspiration and point and purpose of this thing? What is the
Right.
passion that comes in, like, if this was a book originally and now we're making this a TV show, if this was a comic and now we're making it an audio, like, what is the inspiration and passion that was put into this project, in this story, and how can we take that into those other spaces? And like, there are certain DNA pieces to these stories that will always have to be part of the story. And if you don't have those pieces be a part of the story, you are missing something. That is the time when people are like, I just don't know if this like really made sense to me. And like, it's
Yeah.
usually because those DNA pieces aren't there anymore.
What do you think about using the introduction of Jean Grey in a Superman, or I'm sorry, that would be crazy.
That would be amazing.
I would love that.
Yeah.
In a Spider-Man movie, though, for her first intro, I found that to be quite interesting, and it needs to be handled in a really good way to make it make sense.
It's certainly a really good business decision. I think that like
Yeah.
I understand.
X-Men and Spider-Man. Yeah.
Well, I also just like, that people are gonna go to a Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man is like Spider-Man, I think, is Marvel's Batman.
Right.
Right? Like I think that
100%. Great
there's sort of an
comparison.
understanding in terms of like the money that will be spent. People will always buy Batman books, people will always buy Spider-Man books. And so it, from a business sense, makes sense to me, because if you're trying to like launch a new thing, you've got a new Spider-Man movie, people will always go and see Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a younger Spider-Man as well. So
Right.
if you're doing younger X-Men, you introduce the younger X-Men with the young Spider-Man. So I can sort of like see the business discussions happening. That's fine. I don't mind that. I am curious how, if there's an ability to make it like not just a business decision. Do you know what I mean? Like that,
Story, like,
and that is the writer's job, is to be like, we have these business, like IP comes in with these particular business things that they need to make happen, and you're like, okay, cool, fine, as long as you make that an empathetic and like emotionally driven story choice, cool, that can work. So I am absolutely happy to like reserve judgment until that comes across, because there could be a really cool way. Like for all of the Batman v Superman movie, a lot has been said about it. The one thing I will say that was really surprising is that both of their moms' names are Martha, and I did not clock that until that moment.
I did not either.
That was the moment.
I'm like, oh wait, like,
mm-hmm.
I forgot.
A person I have been in this fandom of comics for a long time, and I was like,
yes.
And so I give the flowers where the flowers deserve to go, which is like, cool, yeah, you did make that point to me, and like I am, and the rest of the movie I don't think lived up to that particular point to me. Fine. This could do a very similar thing that I'm just like not anticipating, and I am ready to be like, cool, great, awesome. I did not see that coming, and I am the dumb one for not seeing that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not about you being the dumb one, but yes, I know what you mean.
Listen, I'm very happy to not be I don't have all the answers. I know
that. Something I also really love is when I was a kid, and watching X-Men animated series, or man, there's even there was this failed pilot that was on VHS called the Pride of the X-Men, with Kitty Pryde as you're through, and there was just this fascination that when I would see Spider-Man at the X-Mansion, it really made you feel like this was a very lived-in universe, that it was all connected. That was really fascinating to me as a kid, to see Spider-Man there. And so it just makes me really happy that they're starting to connect Spider-Man with the X-Men by using Jean Grey in his movie first. And then it gives me hope that we will see Spider-Man at the X Mansion with the other X-Men that there is some more potential crossover, because I just found that so fascinating, because that was my first introduction to like, this is all a lived in universe. They're all here. And so that makes me really happy that
Yeah.
she's going to be in this. We know she's Jean Grey. They're being very coy, but she's Jean Grey. Come on. Like we know she has to
I
be.
really
So.
listen. I think so too. I would also, though, it would be hilarious for them to just be like, anyway, she's Black Cat. Let's go. And you're like, oh, okay.
Or she's like, she's Gwen Stacy. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. All
Okay.
right. I mean,
Like,
are you gonna use her more? Because like, this is a really good actress. You gotta like,
you're gonna use her for 5 things. Like, are you? You're gonna use her?
yeah. And she's like,
listen,
like, yeah.
I will say, if she were Spidey Gwen,
that would, I mean, people have been typecasting or like fan casting her and the other gentleman from Stranger Things, because they have like a relationship in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But I've seen like the, putting the Miles Morales on him.
I hate it.
And I'm like, dang, that would work well. You guys are good. Like, he's doing flips after and stuff. I'm like, are you vying for Miles Morales right now?
I see.
I'm not opposed. I mean, I do think, though, I mean, I don't know if this is his background, but I think a Afro-Latino should play Miles Morales. I think it's such a core part of that character that you need to find someone out there that is Afro-Latino, that has that connection to the character before he even starts. 100%. I really think that's important. So I hope when they do Miles Morales, I hope they keep that in mind.
Agreed.
Because there's a lot of great actors of color. Like, you don't need to use the same person for every Black role, or you know what I mean? Like, there's so many out there. Like, come on, guys. Casting directors, get out there, look at the tapes. Megan loves casting. Get her in the room.
I know.
I like them all.
Yeah, like I like them all. I can see them all for it. No, I 1,000% agree with you, and I think that like it is so necessary. That is like, it's a huge part of his character. Like, why wouldn't you? It doesn't. Doesn't make sense to me that you wouldn't cast an Afro-Latino man to like.
You'd be surprised in Hollywood.
I would say it's gotten better. I don't think that like, I mean, I
know. Yep, I know. We'll have to jump on so we have more time to talk about all the things we want to talk about. But what do you guys think? Do you think that this is the right move to sign great actress Sadie Sink to a 5-picture deal, and that this signals Jean Grey and the X-Men are coming and they are going to be here for the long haul? Drop a comment below and let us know your guys' thoughts.